Hello everyone and welcome to Indo-Afric Therapeutics. My name is Rose Duo and I'm truly grateful to have you here. Our topic of reflection today is financial freedom. What is financial freedom? I'm sure you want to learn as much as I want to learn. Let us dive in. As I begin, I want to say that today I'm talking about something that I am very deeply passionate about. That is finances and financial freedom. Have you ever been tired of struggling? Yes, that is what took me on a journey to start thinking and reflecting about my own financial freedom. And of course, I want to share with you whatever I am learning. Like many people around the world, I have experienced this. I have experienced what it feels like to live under constant financial pressure. I've had to make tough choices, stretch small income, and battle the fear that comes with not having enough, especially when you're a mother, you're a parent, and you have children that are looking up to you for provisions. But over time, I have come to understand that financial freedom is not just a thing for the wealthy. It's something we can learn, something we can build, it's something we can achieve step by step. So this video isn't coming from someone who has already made it. No, I cannot claim I've made it as yet. But from someone who is actively working towards financial independence and sharing what I'm learning along the way. And that's why I'm here this moment to share with you. Let us learn together. Let us encourage one another. If you ever felt stuck or overwhelmed by money matters, I want you to know there is hope, there is strategy, and there is a way forward. Financial freedom is the ability to live life on your own terms without being constrained by money. It means having enough income, savings, and investments to comfortably support your lifestyle without constant worry about expenses. In essence, it is when money works for you rather than you working tirelessly for the money. As we continue, and because I'll be making more videos on money matters and financial freedom, there are key definitions I want us to have at the back of our minds. Number one, passive income. These are terms we need to have at the back of our minds as we start to think about financial freedom. Now, passive income, these are earnings from assets or investments that require minimal daily effort. So you have to start figuring that out. What would passive income look like for you? The other thing is financial literacy. That's the other term I want us to have at the back of our minds. Financial literacy. And this is understanding how money works. That includes budgeting, saving, investing, and planning. The other term I want us to have at the back of our minds is assets. What are assets? Assets are items of value that increase your net worth. Something like properties or stocks that increase your net worth. They are not depreciating. Then we have liabilities. Is another term that is very important for us to learn, especially those who never did finance or something related to finance in school. It's important to start familiarizing ourselves with this kind of terminologies. So what are liabilities? Liabilities are debts or obligations that reduce your net worth. Such liabilities include loans and credit. Another important term we should have at the back of our mind is compound interest. What is compound interest? These are earnings on both your initial investment and accumulated interest. And this, for anybody who wants to break free from poverty and to break into financial freedom, it is important for us to learn what compound interest is and how it works. The other thing we need to have at the back of our mind is emergency fund, because these are things that will come handy when you're understanding your own journey into financial freedom. Emergency fund, these are savings set aside for unexpected expenses to avoid financial setbacks. Now, with that in mind, we need to reflect on why do we need financial freedom? What are the goals of financial freedom? Why are we even talking about financial freedom? Why is it important to us? Our goals, or the goal of financial freedom, number one, it will give you peace of mind. No stress over daily expenses and unexpected costs, all right? Those of you who have stretched their small income to try and meet your daily needs, you know how that feels. It also gives you another goal for you to pursue financial freedom. It is time autonomy. There's a saying that says that time is money. Time autonomy, the ability to choose how you spend your time. Wow, that is powerful. The ability to choose how you spend your time, that is another goal for you to pursue, or for us to pursue financial freedom. And I think that for me was the key motivator, time autonomy. I worked around the clock over the years. I have taken more than one job plus other things. I'm still a mother and other things that I do, like serving church and things like that. So I was motivated to look at, I am not having enough money, or rather the money I have is not taking care of all my expenses. And again, I have no time for anything, not even time for myself. And so time autonomy became a key factor for me to pursue financial freedom. And it's a journey I'm still on and very determined. So the other goal for financial freedom is to have choices and flexibility. You are able to pursue your passions. Yeah, like for me, my passion is to talk to people and encourage people. You know, you are free to travel. I mean, go and see places. Yeah? When I was in multiple jobs, I barely did anything. I was always work, deadlines from morning to night. Or should I say night to night, because I start my day so early and I would end my day so early, you know. And then the choices and flexibilities, you know, you're able to switch even careers without fear because you have financial freedom, okay? And you know, sometimes switching careers helps in financial growth. You know, you can be stuck in one position for so long, but if you shift probably to another company, then you earn something higher or something better. That's the essence of thinking about financial freedom and how that looks like for you. The other goal is legacy building. Who doesn't want to leave a legacy? Create wealth that lasts beyond your lifetime, right? And some of us have enjoyed inheritance from our parents, from our grandparents, but some have not. But probably we want to leave something better for our children, for our grandchildren. May God help us. Yeah, may God help us all. Okay? So those are some of the goals that should inspire you to want to pursue financial freedom like it is happening to me. There are things I'm reflecting on a day-to-day basis. What are common barriers to financial freedom? I'm going to go through this very fast. Number one is living paycheck to paycheck. I was a victim of this. Even all the jobs I was working on, just paycheck to paycheck, and I would suspended my businesses, and things like that, and sometimes I look back and I'm saying, if I continued with that business I started then, those years, maybe now it would be a big company. But I was so preoccupied in the 8 to 5 jobs plus the other jobs I was taking in between, and I never got time to nurture my businesses. So one of the common barriers to financial freedom, and like I'm saying, I have experienced this, is living paycheck to paycheck. The other one is lack of financial education. My friend, if you are like me, the courses you did at the university level never really focused on financial education. My friend, let's go back to books, internet, let's do research, let us empower ourselves. All right? Okay, that's very, very important. Let us also expose our children to financial education as young, at their earliest ages, so that they can grow with this. The other thing, this one I don't think I'm a victim, but poor spending habits or impulse buying. At least that's not my weakness, but I have seen people who have very poor spending habits and impulse buying. Whatever they see they like, they want to buy. The other thing is high interest debts and loans. This can drown you into debts. They are terrible. So be very careful in the types of loans you're taking and the kind of debts you're getting involved in. So yes, it's important to reflect in the situation you are in and come up with a plan on how to go about it to get out of debts and loans. The other barrier to financial freedom is not investing and saving early. Alright? So we need to, actually, those of us who are much older, let us educate our children, let us encourage them to invest and start saving early. Alright? It's key. It's never too late. Even for us who are a bit older, let's get into this habit of investing and saving early. Now, with that in mind, how can one achieve financial freedom? I know we are now there, yeah? How can you achieve financial freedom? And when I was beginning the video, I said it's something that is possible. There is a way, there is hope, there is a strategy. So strategy number one, develop a budget. Come to reality with what do you want to budget for, and then stick to your budget. That will help you to avoid impulse buying and uncalled for expenditures. You will think through before you spend, because you ask yourself, am I still sticking to my budget? A budget will help you to track your income and your expenses. You'll see where your money goes, and you'll be able to reflect and ask, is that where I want my money to go? Then a budget will also help you to separate your needs and your wants. Your needs are the very basic things you need to live your daily life, and wants are those other things that you need, but you cannot die because you don't have them. Right? You can define that for yourself. I cannot do that for you. Okay? The other thing that will help us achieve financial freedom is eliminate debt by all means. If you are in debt, start eliminating your debt one by one. Prioritize the high interest debts, deal with them, clear them, your credit cards and all. Then avoid borrowing for depreciating assets. Don't borrow money to go and buy something that will not grow in value. And you know what that looks like for you. If you don't know, do more research. That thing you want to buy, is it going to appreciate or is it going to depreciate? If it's going to depreciate, you probably don't need to borrow money to have it, because you cannot sell it in case you need to sell it at a profit. The other thing that will help us achieve financial freedom is save consistently. If you're in a position to automate your savings, the better, so that when your money hits the account, it is directly deducted and it is put into your savings account. If not, just figure out how to save. Somebody said, save first before you spend. Then build an emergency fund, right? Have a fund that can last you 3 to 6 months of your living expenses, just in case you need to change jobs or do something. At least you will have something to sustain you during that adjustment period. The other thing on achieving financial freedom is investing wisely. Invest where it matters. Invest where it will profit you, all right? So invest where it matters. This is the time for us to learn about stocks, about bonds, about real estate, about mutual funds, taking advantage of compounded interest. So if you don't understand what these things are, if you don't understand stocks and how they work, or bonds and how they work, real estate, there are so many financial consultants, even here on YouTube. There are many books. Let's dive there. Let us learn. Let us learn how these things work, and let us, equip ourselves with knowledge so that we invest wisely. We don't want to invest in things that we're going to regret in a short time. All right? Then the other route that will help us enter into financial freedom is create multiple income streams. Create multiple income streams. And remember, we said one of your goals to financial freedom is having freedom of how to spend your time. So when you have freedom of how to spend your time, you'll also be able to create more streams of income, because you are out there, you're able to survey, you're able to see how the market is behaving and where to put your money so that you can make income. All right, so explore side hustles, rental incomes, digital assets. There are so many opportunities out there that you can invest in and make profit. The other very important thing that will help us reach financial freedom, yes, we said there is hope, there is strategy, there is a way. It's to practice financial discipline. Financial discipline, practice delayed gratification. Focus on long-term rewards over short-term pleasures. So some days you can say, oh, this year I'm not gonna go for that vacation, let me save that money instead. Or we're gonna adjust in our lifestyle in a certain area, or I don't have to buy that item right now, can buy it in future, you see, so that you are able to put your money where it matters most. So I hope we are learning together. I want to dive into something that will help us eliminate financial constraints and poverty mentality. And I will be doing a video on poverty mentality, understanding poverty mentality and how to overcome it, because that's what entangles us to financial issues. So I'm going to talk about the mind shift, the mindset shift. We have to shift our minds from certain beliefs, from believing that financial freedom is set apart for others, for the wealthy, according to our standards. We have to start a mindset shift in a very drastic manner so that we can start moving towards concrete financial freedom. So financial freedom is as much a mental journey as it is a financial journey. And it requires thinking long term. Okay? Let us avoid this get rich quick kind of thinking. If I strike that deal, tomorrow I'll be a billionaire. No. Think long term. If I do this, I'm likely to be. Think of timelines. In a year's time, I'll be here. Be realistic. In 2 years' time, in 3 years' time, in 4 years' time, in a decade. Then you're able to measure your achievable goals in a more sustainable manner. Another thing that will help us to shift our mindsets is resisting a lifestyle inflation. A lifestyle inflation whereby when your income increases, you increase your expenditure just because you can afford it. I think when our income increases, we should increase our investments and our savings, right? Then visualize your goal. Before you achieve it, see it in your mind. I don't think we can actually achieve something we have not really seen in our minds. We have to think, how does it look like? We have to visualize it in our minds. We have to see it in our minds, the big picture, that business we want to start, the challenges. We have to think through all these things. So visualization or visualizing goals and staying committed to them is very, very powerful. The other thing, like we have been talking about, is seeking financial knowledge continuously. Seeking financial knowledge continuously. Don't just read a book, or don't just say, 10 years ago I actually read that book, Rich Daddy, Poor Daddy. No. We have to keep empowering ourselves, seeking knowledge, talking to people who have been there and achieved. Let's share this knowledge. And even on this platform, in the comment section, let us start discussions. What business ideas can people, beginners, start, even with small income, even as you're trying to adjust from paycheck to paycheck? What are the starting points? How do you break away from the cycle? Let's encourage one another, and I know we'll be able to grow together. All right, so seek financial knowledge continuously. Why does this matter? Why is financial freedom important? And I have thought about this for so long. Why do I need to be financially free? Now, something I've learned of late is that financially free individuals contribute more to society. And I desire to contribute more to society. You see that these people, they are empowered, they are creative, and often they are generous. I mean, you can't give what you don't have. Alright? These kind of people are financially free. They build businesses, they support communities, they provide the labor market, and they model possibility for others. And so we need to start looking around us. Who is that person who looks financially stable? What possibilities are they modeling for us? And then we can learn from them. We can learn a lot from them. They've been there, they've done that. They are achievers. We can learn a lot from them. So if you have ideas of whom we can learn from, you can share in the comment section below, and we can go to their profiles and learn how do they overcome obstacles, like the obstacles and barriers we discussed earlier. Yeah? How do you move from paycheck to paycheck to financial freedom? What is it that they did? Okay? So here we are saying, whether you're in Nairobi, alright, or whichever part of the world you are in, financial freedom levels are the playing field between where we are currently and where we dream to be. So for me, as Rose, as you're encouraging, as I continue my personal journey towards financial freedom, I've realized it's not about escaping poverty, but it's about reclaiming power over my time, over my choices, and over my future. And that way, I will somehow say goodbye to poverty. It starts with simple but consistent steps. Learning, planning, we talked about budgeting, saving, investing, and most importantly, believing that you deserve more than just survival. Believing that you deserve more than just survival. So financial freedom isn't far away. It isn't a faraway dream reserved for the lucky few. It is a reachable goal for all of us who are willing to shift our mindsets, take control of our habits, and stay committed to the ups and downs. Through the ups and downs, we have to stay committed to achieve the greater and the higher goals of financial freedom. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this message has encouraged you or informed you in any way, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let us grow together and build not just wealth, but a legacy that lasts. Until next time, stay hopeful, stay intentional, and remember, you are capable. You are capable of building the life you dream about. Bye.